lot to talk about today. So first, get out of here, Squirtle. So first, we gotta address the main topic in the room, and that is Nintendo Direct. So I woke up at around I tried to wake up at 7:20 a.m. this morning. I guess I just told my alarm to set itself to 8 a.m. I guess my brain said 8 instead of 7. So I woke up an hour late. Therefore, guess who couldn't watch the Direct on time? And I was very upset for maybe like 5-10 minutes. And then I, took a shower, got some breakfast, and then watched the whole Direct, start to finish. I didn't actually expect to watch the whole thing because normally for Nintendo Directs, I really just skim through the video to see what stuff I care about. But, my attention was there the whole time, especially because it was centered around cool stuff, and also it was centered around the entire new console, the Nintendo Switch 2. So of course it was gonna be a bunch of new stuff. And speaking about the Nintendo Switch 2, it's different. It's here's my actual Switch for comparison. It's gonna be bigger. This is 6.2 inches of a screen. The Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna be 7.9, which I'm not sure why they chose that number. If anything, just I'm not sure how creating the console goes, but if that's the case, I don't know how hard it is, but if it's gonna be 7.9, why not just make it 8? I don't really know, but who knows. So it's gonna be larger screen. The consoles won't be the classic neon blue and red. Now they're gonna be dark gray, and the way to tell the colors is by the area surrounding the Joy-Cons, and these things, the little black parts, they're gonna be that color. Same here, obviously. And now the Nintendo Switch, it doesn't switch on. It doesn't do this anymore. The Nintendo Switch does not do this. It now clicks onto the side through a magnet. And I was thinking, if that's the case, then jokingly, I was then might as well just name it the Nintendo Click. But also, realistically, aren't you able to just drop the Switch just from doing this if it's just gonna fall out of its magnet? Not true. There's gonna be a little switch thing that you have to pull on the back that you're able to pop it off from the side. Let's go ahead and pretend that I just clicked it out from the side. So pretty fun stuff. We have kind of a wall of stuff to talk about, but not a lot. I don't really know. Cool games. Oh, obviously spoilers for the Nintendo Direct, obviously. So if you want to watch it, then go watch it. If you don't really care, or you just want to get the information from me, then by all means, then go for it. But anyway, first thing we can talk about is probably the games. So the first thing they came out with was Mario Kart World. I think it's called Mario Kart either World or World Tour. I think it's Mario Kart World. Basically, how if you've ever played Forza Horizon 5, you would know it's a giant open map full of stuff, full of random places you can just go for it. That is basically Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart game. It's open, it's still courses, but it's a giant. It's a giant, and forgive me for saying this, it's a giant Fortnite island worth of stuff. It's just, there's different regions, different types of locations, the classic, the colds, the desert, the forestry, those type of world, variations from Mario, from just the Mario levels from over the years. That's basically what's going on. It's pretty fun. They also have new characters. They have the cow from Moo Moo Meadows. They have a dolphin. They also have the little blue top hat snowman guy from Mario 64. But pretty cool. I really do enjoy how you're able to drive around the whole entire map. I think I mentioned this earlier. It's literally a Fortnite map of stuff. Really, really nice opener. First thing you get to is just Nintendo Direct. Big logo. And then Mario Kart World. I really like the name of it. The logo looks pretty neat and pretty cool. There's one thing I really, really don't like about it that honestly might be the reason why the game might fail. We'll get into that. We'll get into that a bit later, but to give you a hint, it starts with the word P. Sorry. One of the next things they added was... This lag, bro. Hold on, you know what? Desperate times come for desperate measures. I'm gonna have to use my old sorry excuse for a webcam, unfortunately. I do have a ring light, so let me just plug that in real quick. I look better. This is fine. I don't know why it's lagging with this webcam. So the next thing that they added, or the thing that's really cool, is the Nintendo Switch accessories. Like, well, first, the Nintendo Switch is gonna have a microphone on the console. Where's my Switch? Okay, I found it. So on the Nintendo Switch 2, it's gonna have a microphone, like, as they presented it. I'm assuming they're not gonna replace it, but as they presented it, the microphone's going to be kind of like in the same place where the headphone jack was, or where the headphone jack is, or something. They claim it's going to be like best microphone quality, that you're not going to hear any background noise, you're not going to hear a blender going off. You can also, the microphone quality is really good, even with you playing your Switch on the TV like 6 feet away from you, which is kind of pretty common. Just use headphones. I don't know. And a webcam. Like it's like a really tall thing and a little circle on it, or like a little ball shaped like webcam, and you're able to you're able to change the settings and kind of have like crop out your background and just have you, or you can like zoom in on just your face, and it has like face tracker, so like it will be on me. So if I had like face tracker on for the Nintendo Switch webcam accessory, like however I move, it would just stay there, I guess. So like fast, that'd be kind of fun. The pricing, I don't know if the pricing is going to be really expensive on that too, but compared to the other prices, I wouldn't be surprised. And along, game chat too. Kind of like we're kind of segueing into that. Game chat exists. That's what the new C button is on the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con. Under the home button, you would have a little C button, and I'm assuming the C stands for community, and you need a Nintendo Switch Online subscription to use it. I think so. I'm assuming the letter C stands for community, but they also could just be going along with like the alphabetized buttons. So you have A, B, X, Y, and then Z is the triggers. L and R is left and right, like top triggers, and C could just be A, B, C. So they just could be continuing the trend of having alphabetized buttons on your controller. So that's fun. Basically Discord, but on the Switch. And in the preview, it was kind of funny because they were showing like webcam, and you were able to share your screen too on the Nintendo Switch with the game chat option. I love how we're showing off how completely garbage the quality is for screen sharing on the Nintendo Switch. It is so funny how low the frame rate is. Like how they're admitting whenever this feature comes out, the frame rate for screen sharing is going to be complete dog shit. The next segment is Deltarune, and I am stoked about Deltarune Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. Really, really fun to watch the announcement thing come out. Whenever it was black screen and then it zoomed in, with the annoying dog, or Toby Fox, coming on screen, I was like, that dog looked kind of familiar. Cause at this time, like 3 days ago, I haven't played Undertale or Deltarune in like a few months. And I was like, the dog looked familiar. I don't know why. Then all of a sudden, the pixelated font came in. I was like, Deltarune! Oh my god, it's here! Holy shit! It was really fun with the announcements of the game. I am excited because I've been kind of slow poking on the Deltarune side of things for a while. Like, Deltarune 1 is, I just play that game to pass time for 40 minutes. Deltarune Chapter 2, I play the game full way through once. I don't have the knowledge to speedrun that game, so I don't know. I can't wait for Deltarune 3 and 4. Favorite characters, probably Lancer as well. You know? So, now we're gonna get into the next segment, I guess. The GameCube. Let's go! Yeah, so in addition to the Nintendo Switch Online thing, there's a new expansion you have to pay for again. There's a new expansion, the GameCube. You get to finally play some older GameCube games. And considering the prices of what's been going on lately, just stick to emulators, honestly. Like, that's my personal take. Just download Dolphin and find some ROMs or some, just find some stuff for the GameCube and get you a controller that has Bluetooth connection. Go for it. The starting titles do not consist of any Mario games at all, which is kind of surprising, but eventually it'll come out. Mario Sunshine will come out with, they'll add it on eventually, along with Chibi Robo. I don't know much about Chibi Robo. I do know some people that are obsessed with Chibi Robo and Skip Limited as a whole. Another thing that also came out that's kind of relating to the GameCube that came out is Kirby Air Ride. Now, when I watched the Direct, I was like, oh, new Kirby game? That's pretty cool. And then, Kirby got on the star, and then a random thing popped out on the back of it, and then, just started going all over the place, and I was like, oh, is this like a racing game? Then it said Kirby Air Ride. Kirby Air Riders. Am I missing something? And then I looked on Twitter, YouTube, and whatnot. Apparently, Kirby Air Ride is a game from the GameCube that I've never heard about. And also, people were, like, freaking out about this release, and that made me realize that Kirby Air Ride isn't just some new title that everyone was freaking out. Kirby Air Ride's been out for, like, 20 years.
I don't know what's happening right now. Oh, my God!
As the person who claims to be a pretty big GameCube nerd, I had no idea about this game. But it seems fun. It seems like a cool game. Decent, concept. Now we're probably getting into the most annoying aspect of the entire Nintendo Direct. The most unfortunate, most backwards, most jack garbage, most piece of trash. The prices for the stuff coming with the Nintendo Switch, as well as the Nintendo Switch 2 itself, is, dare I say, bad. No, but like we're pushing $100 per game, $80 for the digital version, $90 for the physical version of the game or any game. I'm assuming first party. This Nintendo Switch 2 as a console was gonna be $450. That is astonishingly high, and that might just set the bar what the average price is gonna be for the games up in the future. There's a bunch of memes about it, but I hope that the day does not come where the memes about GTA 6 starting out as $100, I hope that day never comes true. I don't know who's at Nintendo. I don't know who's working at Nintendo getting all these crazy numbers, all these crazy prices. Whoever's the guy handling the prices at Nintendo,
unlovable, kissless, virgin, loser, turbo, insufferable ass.
People are saying, like, after Nintendo revealed the prices, it, like, completely killed the mood for Nintendo Direct. I don't think that. I'm still excited for the games, like, but then, like, I'll think about the games and I realize, oh yeah, they're gonna be selling them at that price, which is infuriating. But, I mean, I don't know. People are starting to resort to, like, people can't wait for whenever Kirby Air Riders come out with, whenever people are able to pirate it through, like, a Switch emulator or something. Or, yeah, oh, by the way, Donkey Kong as well. To be honest, I don't care that much. Really cool concept, really cool 3D game. Like Mario Odyssey, but like Donkey Kong. I'd be willing to try it one day, but I just don't really care about it as much as the other topics. Anyway, final aspect of this video is kind of a controversial one, or I guess like people have mixed feelings about it. People have very strong, either good or bad feelings about it. We're gonna talk about Twitter for a while, so put them seatbelts on, bro. Everybody was freaking out about Nintendo Switch Direct all over Twitter. I had some pretty good laughs looking at some posts, and just people making memes and stuff like that about how trash the quality is for the game chat thing on the Switch. Donkey Kong memes.
Hey yo, is that Steven Universe?
Yo! My back hurts. Deltarune tomorrow. So yeah, a quick explanation about that Deltarune thing. For a while now, there's been a joke on Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube, all over stuff like that. There's been a joke in the Deltarune community saying Deltarune is tomorrow. Basically like, I don't know where they started this, but like, basically joking, saying that Deltarune comes out tomorrow, which is not true. And people were like freaking out all over the place. So, whenever Toby Fox finally, whenever Toby Fox was in the Nintendo Direct and people finally saw the release date, they're like, yay, it's now in like 62 tomorrows from now. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. People were posting their reactions. People were posting the funniest memes in the world. People were just posting, like, just words. Some people were just tweeting out, just, like, no images, just their feelings. Like, oh my god, this price is trash. It was, April 2nd was genuinely probably, like, the funnest day I've had so far in the year. Because also, that day, I went out and got food. So, it was a great day. In conclusion, really fun video. I feel I'd probably rate it a 10 out of 10 to be honest, just because it was awesome. The information that I received after was like a 5 out of 10, cuz yay, release date, but like the prices are trash. So like what's the point? Not everybody can afford $90 games. I don't think anybody's going to afford $90 games. All right? I need to get my, I'm angry now, so. Give me some peanut M&Ms. That's all I pretty much have to say. I'm probably gonna do like I might do like a follow-up video if there's stuff in here that I forgot to add or forgot to talk about, wanted to talk about, but decided not to. I don't know. We'll see if I forgot to talk about anything. But yeah, haven't been on YouTube in a hot minute, but we're back now, so we chillin'. So, GabeCube, Chibi Robo, Kirby Air Ride, Deltarune, Mario Kart World. Other than the prices, thank you, Nintendo.